After the explosive fight between Naoya Inoue and David Picasso, many experts have shared their reaction.
Eddie Hearn, we've just seen Naoya Inoue beat David Picasso in a decision. Yeah, just first things first, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, very good fighter. I mean, Picasso, lovely guy, very talented fighter, but Inoue's just too good. You know, he's so cool under pressure. He played with him at times, you know, took a few in the last round, pretty much won every single round. Probably would have liked to see him step on it a little bit more, but did it with ease against a very good fighter in Picasso.
Do you think what we saw there is a guy who's been particularly active, is like at the end of almost, not tired?
Yeah,
but...
four times in 1 year is exceptional. I mean, every sort of top tier fighter should be looking at that activity. There's very few fighters in that top, 10 pound for pound who fight 3 times a year, let alone 4 times a year. Some people not even 2 times a year. So yeah, perhaps a long year. But, Picasso's a very good fighter. It's like Ahmed Aliyev, it's not just easy to walk through these guys.
That was an elite performance. I know he was upset in the ring after, maybe because it is the first time in a long time that he's done back-to-back decisions, but that was still perfect from Inoue.
What are you apologising for? Yeah. It's ridiculous. I mean, we'll appreciate this.
Yeah,
that was punch perfect. It really was. He fought. There's not often when you're fighting at this level that you get to cruise to victory. He had the ability, if he wanted to go through the gears, and I think that's what he's apologising about. But I enjoyed that. I really did. The attacks to the body were class. The jab, everything he done was switched off. There was a few moments that he switched off, and Picasso was able to land a couple of shots. But for me, that was the masterpiece. We were assuming or asking, could Picasso find? But it wasn't. It was on the flip side. The champion reigns supreme, and it was a very good performance.
Yeah, and in the end of the day, I mean, let's not forget, Picasso is an unbeaten fighter who was worthy of this opportunity. And he tried, he was game, but every time he threw 1 or 2, Inoue came back with 4s and 5s and 6s.
Yeah, credit goes to Picasso for putting a great show on. He pushed Inoue back at times, but Inoue was just too good. I mean, he was too classy, he was sharp, them body shots, head shots. I mean, he was just beating him to every punch.
It's almost like a body stab, isn't it? He really, really puts a lot of weight into those body shots.
We were sat ringside and we can hear the noise of them punches.
Yeah.
And I was telling you, wow, did he hear that noise? I mean, he has power, he has speed, movement, you name it. But I just feel that Picasso just fell short this time. He did a great job though. Honestly, when you look at the fight, he did not give up. Every minute of the fight, he was still there in front of him.
David Picasso, not your night tonight, but what are your thoughts on your fight with Naoya Inoue?
No ha sido tu noche hoy, no ha podido ser, pero ¿qué piensas de la pelea? ¿Cómo ha sido la pelea para ti?
La verdad es que ha sido la pelea más dura de mi vida. No me siento derrotado, me siento muy contento, feliz. Yo sabía que iba a ser una pelea difícil, pero volveremos más fuertes, me voy a preparar todavía más fuerte. Creo que se vio que venía bien preparado y volveremos porque mi sueño de ser campeón mundial no acaba aquí. Vamos para adelante.
It's been a difficult fight. It's been a very tough fight. I don't think I feel defeated. Basically, it's not been possible. But obviously, my dream is still on. I want to be the world champion. I will get ready and come back stronger.
What was it like being in the ring with Inoue?
¿Cuál es tu experiencia? ¿Cómo ha sido? ¿Cómo te has encontrado estar en el ring en frente de Inoue?
La verdad es que fue una pelea dura, difícil. Se sabía que él era un rival muy rápido, muy fuerte y que era muy explosivo. Pero la verdad es que me sentí bien, me planté y en algunos momentos me sentí superior a él, más fuerte. Incluso en los últimos rounds sentí que mi cuerpo iba en ascenso. Me costó entrar a ritmo, pero cuando estuve en ritmo creo que me vi mucho mejor que él.
I knew there will be a tough, fight, difficult fight. It's very explosive, very quick. However, I feel superior at some parts in the fight in the last rounds. But yeah, I mean, it was tough.
Was you surprised by anything that he did do?
¿Te ha sorprendido algo de lo que Inoue ha hecho durante la pelea hoy? ¿Te ha sorprendido en algo o esperabas cómo ha peleado él?
Incluso la verdad esperaba más potencia, más fuerza. Creí que iba a ser una pelea todavía más dura. A pesar de que nos vamos con la derrota, yo me siento ganador. Siento que hice un gran papel y siento que toda la gente lo vio. Mi carrera no acaba aquí, voy a seguir adelante, voy a seguir luchando, porque como dije, con toda mi familia, con todo mi equipo, con todo mi país, me siento orgulloso y voy a seguir adelante. No voy a renunciar a mi sueño de ser campeón mundial. Voy a seguir luchando por él.
Obviously, I've said before it's been a tough fight. However, I expected something tougher from Inoue, more explosive, more powerful. Like I said to you before, sometimes of the fight I feel superior, and my dream of being a world champion is not ending here. I'm gonna come back stronger, and I'm gonna get ready for this moment.
What was it like to have the great Mexican support with you as well?
¿Cómo te has sentido tener todo el soporte de todos los mexicanos aquí en el arena?
La verdad es que muy contento, he escuchado gritos de muchas partes, creí que solo estaba mi familia conmigo, pero en algún momento escuchaba gritos de diferentes lugares, entonces estoy seguro que la gente vio en mí algo importante y que no se le va a olvidar mi nombre. Y espero que a ustedes tampoco se les olvide porque voy a volver más fuerte, más preparado y con mucha ambición por llegar a ser campeón mundial.
Obviously, it was great to hear my corner shouting, but even though a part of my corner also to see some supporters shouting my name, and I think now they're not gonna forget who is David, my name. And like I say, I'm gonna get ready and I'm gonna come back stronger to fight for it.
Brilliant, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, shit. That body shot was crazy. Anyway, another crazy body shot. Oh, nice combination. Go ahead, work, Picasso. Good left to the body from Inoue. Work, Picasso. Good body shot from Inoue. 15 seconds left in the 12th. Shit. Inoue beating the hell out of him right here, though. Got him against the ropes. He just walking him down and pummeling him. Damn, good left. Shit. Inoue. Good head movement from it. That was beautiful work. That was beautiful. Naoya Inoue, the monster. BTA. Belt to ass, clean sweep. That was a beautiful display. Let me see. Feel that a fan. But we know Inoue wins. That's the only rebuttal. I don't know, brother. I don't know what. Wow, mate. Yeah, that was an amazing display. I don't know what y'all talking about, brother. We just watched Inoue versus Picasso. Great fight. Let me see. It's like a Spence beatdown. Funny. Wait, who said that? Oh, funny. Inoue versus George Foreman. Did somebody say George Foreman, bro? Easy, great performance. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. We need Inoue versus John Cena. Inoue is the best boxer on the planet. Yeah. That was a beautiful left. Yeah, probably. It's between Inoue and Usyk. When it gets down to guys at that level, you're not crazy for saying Inoue. You're not crazy for saying,
Nah, man. Round one, wild and early in the morning, man. Yo, chat. Yo, great fight, chat. Nakatani, he impressed me. Nakatani impressed me. I like the war. Nakatani, I got fucked up. That fight could have went either way. That fight was entertaining. That was a squabble. Inoue dominated Picasso. He outclassed Picasso. He did not put a beating on Picasso, a vicious beating, but he did outclass Picasso. He did dominate Picasso. I can't say that performance was better than Shakur versus William Zepeda. I can't say that performance was better than Dev Dollars, Devin the Dream, Debo Haney versus Brian Norman the Storm Jr. or Bam Rodriguez versus Puma. I'm just saying, maybe we get Nakatani and
also close the show. He's getting hit a lot trying to really put Picasso's lights out, but he's getting caught a lot, man. Maybe, man, we need Hernandez Inoue, man, because this is the style that Hernandez would bring, and if Inoue can't get out, the score, I got this 120 all the way, 12-0. Inoue Nakatani, Picasso Hernandez next. Picasso Hernandez will wipe the floor with Picasso. Well, I don't know, actually. I take that back, because Picasso looks like he has a good inside game. So you're right. have Picasso Hernandez fight, and if Hernandez wins that, have him face the winner. Inoue versus Nakatani. Inoue just playing, he'll KO him. No, he didn't, man. Imagine all those people who bet minus 750 on Inoue KO. You have to tell the girls you're blazing instant. It's worked in my favors at times, but I'm a happy taker, man. My brother, I got my son, I got my beautiful wife, so we're good. But when I was younger, it worked in my favor and slightly worked against it. You know what I mean? But I think it helped out. Watch out for the left. Yeah, Inoue just can't get away from the left. Respectfully, bro, Devin Haney told Brian Norman Jr. Inoue could be a champion if they move it correctly right before dominating him. True. And you know what? You make a good point, because like at the end of the day, we do put a lot of emphasis on belts inside. You know, sometimes belts don't really tell the true story. And at that point, it's a good accolade, you know, the stat pattern, right? So in between, like, I'm 1 foot in, 1 foot out then, right? Like, I get it, like, some of these quote champions, but I think someone asked me earlier, like, is Stephen Fulton his best win, right? And I'm sorry, I forgot to answer that question. I think till today, I mean, it still probably is between Stephen Fulton and Nonito Donaire. Even though that was an age Nonito Donaire, I mean, it's hard to put it past, like, Donaire was able to be a champion afterwards against Ubuali, who beat Rashid Warren. So, but when it came to that Devin fight, I definitely picked Devin to beat Brian Norman. Brian Norman was actually, when I talked to him, he was kind of like trying to sun me a little bit when I told him, like, he took a very, very, very dangerous fight.
Before the explosive event, as the build-up continued to highlight personal stakes, Picasso spoke about how long he had waited for this opportunity. He explained that reaching this moment came with responsibility and that he felt determined not to let anyone down. He framed the fight as a defining chance to secure victory and elevate his legacy. The statement reflected his belief that this bout could place him among the greatest Mexican fighters in history.
Estuve esperando esta pelea por mucho tiempo y cuando por fin se da, no voy a decepcionar a nadie. Voy a ganar esta pelea y voy a volverme uno de los mejores boxeadores mexicanos de la historia.
On the other hand, after getting a close look at his opponent, Inoue had spoken about how much this matchup meant for what came next in his career. He pointed out that not just winning, but how he performed, could influence how he was judged among the very best in the sport. He viewed the fight as a chance to solidify his place at the top level of boxing. Inoue emphasized that he planned to approach the moment with full commitment, fully aware of its lasting impact.
この試合の内容で、パウンドパウンド1位というものを返り咲くという、気持ちで、挑んでいきたいなと思ってます。
This bout is going to be escalating my future career, and also how I fight this bout could lead to my position to pound for pound #1. So I would like to do my 100%.
Other than his future bouts, before the fight, Naoya had appeared completely focused on the Picasso fight, which led many to question the motivation behind his drive, which Inoue said that his ambition was rooted in self-belief, while also appreciating the bond he had built with fans who supported his path. He expressed a desire for people to continue following his fights as his career progressed. Above everything else, he emphasized that his dedication was driven by a deep love for boxing.
I fight for myself, of course, and also I want my fans and supporters to see as many matches as possible, and also because I love boxing.
Similarly, Teddy Atlas had also shared his outlook on how the fight might unfold. He suggested that the matchup was likely to last the full distance rather than ending early. Atlas explained that the contest could remain competitive throughout, leading to a result decided on the scorecards. His take framed the fight as one shaped by endurance and strategy rather than a sudden finish.
27 knockouts and 31 fights. You gave us... Tell me, what'd you give us?
I said it's going to go the distance, going to go obviously over, but it's going to go more than over. It's going to go the distance. Inoue will win a decision, And for that, we were getting plus 300 something.
Plus 350.
350.
As the conversation turned to confidence in preparation, Picasso had explained that beating the best was the only way to claim that status. He described his opponent as the top pound-for-pound fighter and said defeating him would place them where they wanted to be. He emphasized feeling calm due to extensive study, disciplined training, and a well-organized plan. The message had closed with confidence in his team and belief that their preparation would lead to victory.
Pues para ser el mejor hay que ganarle lo mejor y no es el momento el mejor. Yo consideraría el mejor libra por libra y lo vamos a vencer, así que eso nos va a colocar ahí. Sí, estoy tranquilo, estuvimos estudiando mucho, entrenando bastante y creo que traemos las cosas muy bien estructuradas, tenemos un gran equipo y vamos a vencerlo.
Similarly, on another occasion, Eddie had turned his focus to the broader scope of the event. He praised the strength of the card and spoke about how recent seasons of the Riyadh project had produced landmark fights across the sport. He pointed out that dominant champions had become increasingly rare, which made Naoya's status even more significant. Hearn emphasized that Inoue's presence alone brought added importance to the occasion.
Looking forward to Saturday. I think it's a brilliant fight card, I really do, and I think you've seen so much in Riyadh, particularly this year, but over the last 2 years, undisputed heavyweight world championship fights. Of course, earlier this year, Bivol Beterbiev, the ring card with 2 Ben Eubank fights, Times Square, Canelo coming here. And quite remarkable to think all of a sudden we have one undisputed champion in Naoya Inoue, and you really want as many undisputed champions as possible because I think it's so good for the sport. And you get Usyk, you get Bivol, you get Crawford, and previously Canelo, and then all of a sudden they've all gone and it's just Naoya Inoue. So, great to see him again in the flesh. Good fight against Picasso.
So, in the end, who did you choose as your winner? Were you disappointed by the fight, or was the result according to your expectations? Make sure to let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video.